So as we were studying lesson number 11 from first flight, the proposal, and it is written by Anton Chekhov. So already we have discussed page till page number 153. Okay. So before I start to give you explanation from there, I just want to give you a recap so that you can just recall all the things that what had happened till now. Okay. So as you know that here the curtain rises and the scene was the drawing room scene. Okay. And here the drawing room of Tsukubo, he was there only, and at that moment Lomo, means there are three characters, Tsukubo and Lomo and Natalia. These are the three characters, and they are very quarrelsome also, and the story starts from here when the curtain rises in drawing room. So Lomo enters there, and when Chuko saw him, so he was very surprised, and he was very happy also, and he welcomed him very warmly, and he's just asked the reason that why he was there in this evening dress. So he, first of all, he was hesitating to tell all that, but after that he told the reason why he was there. Means he has come there to ask his daughter's hand. So he was very happy when he heard that he was there to ask his daughter's hand. So he was very happy. Mitsuko was very happy. So he went to he went to call his daughter to meet this neighbor Lomo. So when she came out of there, so she was in the in a dress apron that was not very acceptable at the moment. Means acceptable, but for that she just asked his pardon. Okay. So she was also surprised to see him there, and she just wanted to know the reason. Before that, she also appreciated, means she just praised his dressing sense, that he was looking very good, very nice people at that moment. But the thing that she just wanted to know that why she was there. But before that, before he told the reason that why he was there, they had started, means they had started what? Fight with each other with a small silly reason. That was what? Meadows. They were just talking about that meadows. They started fighting with each other about the meadows. Means they were telling that meadows are theirs only. She was just telling that it is hers only, and he was talking that it is his only. So after some time, that Tsuko enters there, and he also refuses what? That it was not his, it is their only. So they all three are fighting with each other. They all were fighting with each other, and while that they all forgot what? They all forgot the proposal. They all forgot the proposal, means the reason that why he was there, why Lomo was there. Lomo also forgot the thing that why he had come there. So things were going on. So at that moment, what had happened? They all were blaming to each other's family that their family is just like that, and they were just accusing, they were abusing also. Means this thing was just going on. But after that, he just goes off from there. Lomo just went from there. But when he went, so she got to know, Miss Natalia got to know the reason that why he was there. Her father told the reason that he was there to propose her. So when she heard, so she was very surprised to hear, and she just crying for him, and she just asked her father just go and bring him back. So, first of all, he was not ready to call him back. But after some time, he was ready to call him back. And when he enters there, so again, at that time, she just wanted to change the topic. She just wanted to means that person starts to talk about that particular thing, that particular reason that why he was there. But he was not talking about that. He was just showing that what he will prove that they all were wrong. Even she just accepted that they were wrong then also. But while they were talking, so at that moment he just started to talk about his dog. Yes, actually means the guest was his best friend for his life. Okay, and for that he paid how many rupees? He paid 125 rupees also, or 125 rubles for that. So he was very fed up with this. He was very sad. Why? Because his dog was just means his leg was gone lame. Means he was unable to walk from there. Means he walked properly. So she showed her pity on him, and she was just thinking about that what type of dog he was having, and she also said that what 125 rupees, it is very costly. For this we can give only, means it is not so much worth that you are talking about. She also started talking about her dog Squeezer, that for that her father had given 85 rubles. So you know what, after that they both again started to fight with each other. They were talking about their dogs, that their dog is better. Means she was talking about that her dog was better, and he was talking about that her guest was also better. So in this way the story started from here, page number 153, and we have to start from here. Okay, so excuse me, Natalia Stoknova, but you forget that he is overshot, and an overshot always means the dog is a bad hunter. Actually, you know what, he was just talking about that his dog is better than her. Her guest's dog is better than her. Why? Because he was very good at hunting. And here, if we talk about hunting, so he was very bad. So now when Natalia heard this, so what she replied, overshot is he? The first time I hear it. So she was just surprised to hear. She was just surprised to hear that it was the first time that she could hear that these types of dog are what? These types of dogs are not good in hunting. So she was very surprised to hear. Then Lomo said, I assure you that his lower jaw is shorter than the upper. Have you measured? Then he told that he is very certain at that moment. Means he is just talking about that what? This is what upper jaw and this is what lower jaw. Okay. So what upper jaw and lower jaws? So here what he said, he is describing about the jaw, means the upper jaw and the lower jaw, how it is. So he said that I assure that his lower jaw is shorter, means this one is what? Very short, and the upper one is also, means upper means compared to the upper, that lower one is very short. So she teased him, and she just taunted and she said that what? Have you measured? It is impossible to measure any dog's jaw. Okay. Yes, he is alright at following. Of course, but if you want to get hold of anything. So he said. Lomo said, yes, I can believe. I just trust him. What? He is alright at following. Means if we talk about that dog, so that dog is alright or following, means that follow. Okay. But if you want to get hold of anything, but it is very difficult to hold anything, means carrying anything. If the dog is carrying anything, so it will be very difficult for that dog, because the upper jaw and the lower jaw is very short. Okay. Natalia, in the first place, our Squeezer is a thoroughbred animal, the son of harness and chisels, while there is no getting at the pedigree of your dog at all. He is old and as ugly as a worn-out cab horse. See, in the first place, our Squeezer is a thoroughbred animal. Do you know what is thoroughbred animal? Thoroughbred animal means best horse breed. Okay, so here Natalia said what? If we talk about my dog, so I just want to clarify, I just want to tell about that my dog is the best thoroughbred animal. the son of Hades and Cecil. While there is no getting at the pedigree of your dog at all, and if we compare about the pedigree, if we compare our dog to your dog, so my dog is better. My dog is the best dog at pedigree. Okay, and if we talk about your dog, so your dog, do you know about your dog? Your dog is old and he looks very ugly. He looks very ugly as the worn out cab horse. Cab horse means you can understand the carriage which is just carried by the horse. Okay. Lomo. He is old, but I wouldn't take 5 squeezes for him. He accepted. He accepted. Yes, he is old, but I cannot miss. He could not extend. If he is ready to get 5 squeezes better means instead of that guess, so he is not ready to extend. So he is not ready to extend his guest dog with the 5 squeezes. Okay. And why? How can you? Guess is a dog. As for squeezer, well, it is too funny to argue. And how you are talking about? Guess is a dog. Don't think that guess is not a dog. Guess is a dog, and what a silly topic we are talking about. We are talking a very funny point that we are talking means we are just arguing with each other. That is not a good thing that we are arguing for this a silly topic. Anybody you like has a dog as a good as a squeezer. Means what do you think? If we talk about anybody you like has a dog as good as a squeezer means you can see what? You can see that the dog, that squeezer is common to everywhere. That he just said what? Means as the street dog you can see, so street dog you can see everywhere. So just like that squeezer dog is. Means squeezer dog you can see that everybody likes. Means everybody has a squeezer dog. You may find them under every bush almost. 25 rubles would be handsome price to pay for him. And now, as you know that Natalia said that her father had given 85 rubles for a squeezer. But now he said, means Slomo said that 85 is very enough. Means it is very costly. For this squeezer, I can give only 25 rubles. And for his guess, how much he paid? 125 rubles. So now you can see that how the conversation is taking place. Natalia, there is some demon of contradiction in your today. Even Veselovich. So she just told, you know what? Today I don't know what had happened with you. Today you just think means you're just thinking. You're not judging at all. You're not a good judge. You're not a good judge means what? Means whatever we are saying, you're just taking it another way. Means you're saying that you are right and others are wrong. Means your judgmental is what? Wrong. And what type of people you are talking means right now. So there is something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you, because of that only you people are talking like that. First you pretend that the meadows are yours. Now that guess is better than his squeezer. First you pretended what? That meadows, that belongs to you. But now what you are talking about? That your guess is better than our squeezer. Means everything what you are talking, that is correct. And what we are talking, that is incorrect. Means that is not right, according to you. So what the judgment you are giving here? I don't like people who don't say what they mean, because you know perfectly well that squeezer is 100 times better than your silly guess. And here she also accept. She also told what? She is never ready to accept this. She is never ready to accept this what you people are saying. So, and she also told what? You know what? I don't like. Means she doesn't like these types of people, what they say and what they mean. There is a difference between what they say and what they mean. Okay. And the thing is what? She also told what? Here, my squeezer is 100 times better than your guess. You can understand it. What do you want to say? He isn't. Means why you are not telling? Means why you are not saying that? Means squeezer is, yes, squeezer is best. Squeezer is better than your guess. Lomo. Lomo said what? I see Natalia Stupnova, that you consider me either blind or a fool. You must realize that Squeezer is overshot. So here, as he was told that he was means a freaky person, he was not a good person, he was just giving a wrong judgment also. All that he was told by that girl, Natalia. So when he heard, so he was also replied, means he also replied what? He also replied, yes, I could see here, means I can see that you people are, means you are just thinking about me that I am a blind person and I am a fool, means you can make me fool. And what do you think that I cannot see anything? I can see anything. You cannot make me fool, and you cannot, means you have to understand, you have to understand here, you must realize what is Squeezer and what is guess. What is the difference between guess and Squeezer? You know what? Squeezer is not good at shooting, means overshot, means hunting. Okay. It's not true. He is. It's not true. Why shout, madam? Then they start fighting with each other. Lomo and Natalia, they fought with each other. And what was the topic about that? Who is better? Guess or Squeezer? So she was not ready to accept, and he was also not ready to accept. Means they both were not ready to accept anything. Means you know that all three characters were quarrelsome. Okay. Why talk rot? It's awful. It's time your guess was shot and you compare him with Squeezer. Why are you talking about your guess? That guess must shot down. And here, and you are talking about Squeezer. That Squeezer is worse than guess. Excuse me. I cannot continue this discussion. My heart is palpitating. Means here. He just put his hand on his heart and he said, what? My heart is beating very fast. I cannot continue with this discussion. I'm just fed up with this discussion. Very silly discussion we are having here. I have noticed that those hunters argue most who know least. So here she was just taunting. She was just taunting, or she just teased him what? By saying, you know what? Those who knew, means those who know little bit, they argue a lot. If somebody knows little bit, so you know what? They start fighting. They just argue with some other people. So it happens here. Madam, please be silent. My heart is going to pieces. Shut up. Then he shouted and he said, please madam, please keep quiet, because my heart is going into 1,000 pieces, 100 pieces. Means I'm not well here. I shan't shut up until you acknowledge that Squeezer is 100 times better than your guest. I cannot stop. Means she refused to speak. Means she refused to what? She refused to stop talking about that. And she said what? Until you accept it. Until you accept it what? Means my Squeezer is 100 times better than your guest. Then only she will stop herself. 100 times worse. Be hanged to your Squeezer, his head, eyes, shoulder. He shouted, he became very angry, he was irritated, and he said what? 100 times worse. You said no, 100 times better, 100 times worse. I cannot accept it. I said what? 100 times worse your Squeezer is. Okay, and you just hang it with your Squeezer. With your head, with his eyes, with his shoulder. You just go and hang with your Squeezer. Natalia said what? There is no need to hang your silly guess. He is half dead already. Okay, but here I can hang up. But what about your guess? You know what? Guess is old and he is half dead. He is half dead means you can understand, means half dead is what? Type of dog at. Lobo, shut up. My heart is bursting. He just put his hand on his heart and he was saying what? My heart is bursting. His heartbeat is very fast at that moment. I shan't shut up. Means she refused. She taunted. She just teased him what? By saying she will never stop talking about that until he accepts what? The Squeezer is 100 times better than guess. Then her father enters, Chubuko entered at that moment while they were fighting with each other. Chubuko, what is the matter now? When he entered, so he just wanted to know the reason. Again, they have started fighting with each other. He just wanted to know. Is before that, the reason was meadows, but now again the reason was there that they started fighting with each other. That is what? Papa, tell us truly, which is the better dog, our squeezer or his guest? As she knew very well about his answer. His answer means her father's answer. Her father also agrees. Her father also agrees. So because of that only, she knew very well. So what she said, Papa, just tell him who is better dog, squeezer or guess. Then Lomo said, Stepnavich, I implore you to tell me just one thing. Means he requested, one more thing he requested that please tell the truth. Speak the truth. What is the right thing? Is your squeezer overshot or not? Yes or no? Means just tell me in yes or no. Don't tell me, don't describe anything. Just tell me yes or no. That your squeezer is bad at hunting or not. So Chubuko said what? And suppose he is. Suppose he is means if suppose he is bad at hunting. What does it matter? What does it matter? What we are talking about? He is the best dog in the district for all that and so on. And as she knew very well about her father, that father will also say the same thing. So because of that only, she asked her father to tell the truth that what is the difference between guess and squeezer. So here he said that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he is bad at hunting, but the thing is what that he was the best dog in the district and so on. Okay. Lomo said, but isn't my guess better? Oh, really? No. He just wanted to know, what do you think about my guess? He is not better? Means now he is not better. Chubuko, don't excite yourself. My precious one, allow me, your guess certainly has his good points. He said, yes. First, don't excite it. Don't excite it means don't be aggressive. Just listen to me. Let me speak so that I can tell about your dog's good point. So here, yes, certainly your dog has a very good point. He is purebred. Yes, he is very purebred. Firm on his feet, has well sprung ribs and all that means everything is good. But there are two defects. And what is that? But my dear man, if you want to know the truth, the dog has two defects. But he said what? But if you want to know the truth, so there are two defects. And what are that? First thing is that he is old, and the second one is what? He is short in the muzzle. Short in the muzzle means you can understand that what? The face of this is very short. So these are the two defects that he told. First thing is that he is old, the second one is short muzzle. Excuse me, my heart. Let's take the facts. You will remember that on the Marinski hunt, my guest ran neck and neck with the count's dog, while your squeezer was left, a hole was behind. You know what? After that, he was not ready to accept, which is told by that Chubuko. So what he said? Excuse me, my heart. Let's take the facts. You will remember that on the Marinski hunt. So he just reminding him, you remember that Marinski hunt? At that moment, my guest ran neck and neck with the count's dog, and while this, he just compared squeezer and guess that who was better. That guess was running very fast, and talking about that squeezer, so he was not like that. And worst is what? A Russian measure of length. A Russian measure of length. Worst is. Chubuko. He got left behind because the count's whipper in hit him with his whip. Whip, do you know what whip is? Long, thin piece of leather. With the help of this leather, we just hit the animal. Okay. So he also gave the excuse what? he got left behind because the count sweeper in hit him with his whip, because he was beaten by whip only. So because of that only he was unable to run. Okay, and with good reason the dogs are running after a fox. With good reason, the dogs are running after a fox when a squeezer goes and starts worrying a sheep. But if we talk about the dogs running, so here I can say that guess is best at running. Okay, but here if talking about that is squeezer. So a squeezer is just like what? Just like walking, not running, just like a sheep. It is not true, my dear fellow. I am very liable to lose my temper. Now when he heard this, so he was just losing his temper. He was just controlling himself to lose his temper. Okay. And so, just because of that, let's stop arguing. And he said what? Don't argue with this matter. We should stop talking about this matter. We are not here to talk about this thing, a silly topic. You started because everybody is like always jealous of everybody else dogs. You know what? It happens in our society also. When we see others dogs, so we just feel jealous about that dog. That he is having this types of dog. I'm having this types of dog. So we always say that my dog is better, and they always say that my dog is better. So it is said here what? You started because everybody is always jealous of everybody else dogs. Yes, we are all like that. Yes, we are all like that. Means what? We always feel like we always jealous for other dogs. You too, sir, aren't blameless. You no sooner begins with this and that the other and all that. I remember everything. You know what? I remember means you no sooner begin with this. Means here you are talking about and again you will start fighting with us. I remember too. Means he also accepted, means he was not ready to accept this moment, means he was only arguing. He was also that, means he also said that you also argue with me. Then Chumko teasing him, I remember too. What do you remember? I remember too means he just teased him and he said, yes, I remember too. But tell me, what do you remember? He just wanted to know, means what do you remember? My heart, my foot's gone to sleep, I can't. Means at that moment he was unable to stand properly because he was not feeling well, and his heart was also beating very fast. So because of that only he said that his foot is gone to sleep, means his leg is not working properly, means there is no movement, there is no blood in the leg. You can understand the situation of Lomo. Natalia, my heart, what sort of hunter are you? Again Natalia teased him. And said what? What sort of a hunter are you? What sort of a hunter? So, my heart, what sort of a hunter are you? You ought to go and lie on the kitchen oven and catch black beetles, not go after foxes. My heart. Actually, you know what? After listening this again and again, he was just telling, my heart is beating, my heart is palpitating. Means again and again, he was just repeating this sentence. So because of that only, she was just fed up with this sentence, and she said what? She teased him. She just taunted him. What type of hunter you are? Means what type of man you are? Means again and again you are saying that what? My heart is palpitation and you are not feeling well. Your foot is gone to sleep. You are saying means you are dying. You are lying. Means everything you are just saying. What type of people you are? What type of hunter you are? Then Chubugo, yes, really, what sort of a hunter are you? Anyway, you ought to sit at home with your palpitations and not go tracking animals. Yes, and here her father also agrees. Her father also agrees with this statement, and he said what? Yes, Gary, you should not go out of this. You should not go out of the house. You should stay at your home only. Don't go away anywhere. So he said, what sort of a hunter are you anyway? You ought to sit at home with your palpitation and not go tracking animals. You could go hunting, yes, definitely you can go, you could go hunting, but only go to argue with the people and interfere with their dogs and so on. You can go, but there you will not do any what hunting. There you will start arguing with other people. There you will start interfere with their dogs. There you will do another thing instead of doing hunting. Let's change the subject in case I lose my temper. You are not a hunter at all anyway. So actually he just wanted to change the topic. So because of that only he just wanted to trying to change his topic. Okay. And he said what? He could lose his temper until he could say, Lomo, and are you hunter? You only go hunting to get in with a count and to argue, interview. Oh my heart, you are an interviewer. Means again, Lomo was feeling not well, but then also he was just arguing with the Chubuko and he said, are you also a hunter? What do you think about you? Means, are you a hunter? You also go for hunting and with the count and to interview. Interview means that you deceive people, you cheat people. Oh my heart, you are an interviewer means you are a cheater. What? I am an interviewer. Shut up. Interviewer. Boy, pup, old rat. Jesuit. Shut up or I will shoot you like a batteries. You fool. See, this way they were talking, Mr. Buko and Lomo. They were just fighting with each other and they were just blaming with each other. Means you are cheater, you are this, you are that, old rat. Means all that thing was just happening with them. And Chupko said, means what? He would shoot him like a patris. Patris is what? Patris is a short-tailed game bird with a mainly brown plumage found chiefly in Europe and Asia. Means what he said? He could kill him. He could shoot him like a bird. Fool. Everybody knows that, oh my heart, your late wife used to beat you, my feet, my temples, sparks, I fall. Oh my God. So here, you know what, although he was suffering, he was not well at that moment, but he said, you know what, everybody knows, means your wife used to beat you, everybody knows, and while saying all that, he was just fall. And Chimko said, and you are under the sleeper of your housekeeper, and you know what, he also blamed, you are under control of your housekeeper, that you can understand, that servant you can understand is who just manages the house, who just take care of the house. Lomo, there my heart burst, my shoulder come off, where's my shoulder, I die, falls into an armchair, a doctor. And after saying that, he was just not feeling, he was just putting his hand on his heart, and he was saying that what, his heart is bursting. Okay. Boy, milk soap, fool, I'm sick, talk, drinks water. And after that Chuko also drinks water, and he said that what type of boy is this? Then what sort of hunter are you? You cannot even sit on a horse. So this thing I'll explain it tomorrow, and I hope that you all have understood till here. So thank you so much, class.